Yes, good old TJ.
Konnichiwa. This is going to be back on the reaction video. And today, if you guys, we're back on OTAKUDAIKUN's channel. This one is called The Fate Lore of Lee Shuwen. I already got the spotlight of him recorded, so I might as well just, hey, let me get his fate lore. Let me actually just get some more information on the character and everything like that. If I remember correctly, when I was seeing the spotlight, I think he's a Lancer. I believe he's a Lancer, but I might be wrong. But let's get right to it, guys. So before we get to it, like, subscribe on the video, the notification, make sure you click all so you can be notified to make future upload. You guys coming over from the recommended side, I do upload daily, so go ahead and hit that red button down below. It's free. Last I checked, it was like at 950 subscribers, 959 subscribers, something like that. So around that 40 to 41 more subs, and we'll be at that 1K, guys. So without further ado, like I say, leave a like for the consistent content and subscribe for the more consistent content if you like what you see here. All right, guys, without further ado, let's get right into it. So play.
During the mid-19th century, in Yanshan County, Hebei, Zanzhou, a boy named Lee Shuwen is born into a rich culture of martial arts. Two styles
Rich
of the
culture
arts,
of martial.
Baji, the 8 extremes boxing, and Pigua, the split and suspended palm, were once taught in tandem as complementary to one another. History had caused
So he was
these two
born in the
styles to split
1800s,
apart, with their
in
respective
the 19th century.
masters living between the villages of Meng and Luo. It is Lee Shuwen, a prodigy in the martial arts, who finds himself studying both styles once more, traveling between Jiandiangshan in Meng and Huangsihai in Luo. Among these styles, it is the 8 extremes boxing, or Baji Chuan, that he becomes famous for. It is a style that encourages striking an opponent with the smallest amount of movement possible, taking the shortest path. Very early on,
So like
he
a 1-inch
demonstrates
punch type
extraordinary
thing?
talent in his practice.
No?
Despite his small stature, he is both brave and skilled, never losing a single match. Baji Chuan, in addition to being a style of hand-to-hand combat, also involves the use of the spear. In both forms, Lee Shuwen proves himself deadly.
And he said the spear, so yeah, he's a
skill of
Lancer.
the
That's what I
spear
thought.
earns
I
him
remember
the
seeing that
nickname
spotlight
God of the Spear.
for FGO.
While his fists are known to be so powerful, he almost never fails to defeat his opponent in a single strike. His style is such that, rather than learning 1,000 different techniques, he masters a single one, a fist so strong that no second strike is ever necessary.
So he was
Naturally,
one.
he
So
becomes a master in his
so he
own
was One
right,
Punch Man for One
gathering
Punch Man.
already remarkable martial artists who
He was
seek
like
to
Tama?
improve under his tutelage. Among these students is Liu Dequan, who travels to Tianjin for the opportunity to experience Lee Shuwen's spear techniques firsthand. Through sparring, Liu is astounded by how Lee handles his longer, heavier spear like a mere candlestick. In admiration,
That thing
admits
child's play
defeat
to my boy
and
Lee, man.
becomes Lee's student. The following spring, another weapons expert, Yan, visits in search of a chance to fight Lee Shuwen. After losing in 2 bouts, Yan requests a 3rd chance to redeem himself, only for Lee to warn him that he'll be injured if they fight once more. Sure enough, as they stubbornly battle, Lee sneaks through Yan's defenses and taps his left eye. Even Lee's most gentle attack is enough to earn him victory. Following
Tapped
tradition,
his left
Yan
eye,
remarks that
though?
he'll return in 3 years for a rematch. This
Ready to
excites
come
Lee,
behind you.
who spends his
Taps
time
out.
improving
What?
even further. Despite this enthusiasm, Lee is disappointed when Yan never returns. Though Lee Shuwen has never been bested in combat, there is one time where he has ended a fight in a draw. In a demonstration toward their
Oh,
students,
evil.
Lee Shuwen and his Shaolin peer, Gao Hu Chen, engage in light sparring. The two men respect each other, with
The
Lee
heck
being
happened?
especially eager to fight a worthy opponent. Before Lee can deliver a winning blow, however, their fight gets broken up for being too intense. His skill is more than just innate talent. It is something he cultivates constantly through practice. He does not so much as
What is
wake in the
taking
middle of
over
the
his
night
body?
to relieve himself without taking the opportunity to swing his spear 50 times. He frequently challenges himself, intentionally only using his left hand to maneuver his spear. Even with such restrictions, he is able to impale an indoor fly without damaging the rest of the building. Other stunts include using a precise thrust to drive nails into walls, as well as juggling a 100-pound bag of beans on the end of a staff. As a result of his
100
strength, he is challenged by
100
many in fights to the
pound of
death.
beans on
In
the
this regard,
edge
he is
of your weapon.
ruthless,
Are
confidently
you
announcing
serious?
the specific moves he will use to end his opponent's life. Over several decades, Li Shuwen's devotion to martial arts leaves a trail of corpses in its wake. His final challenge
But of course,
comes when he is over 70 years old. A young man comes to him, requesting a fatal spear duel. The result is inevitable. The young man is killed, and his family holds a grudge. The family conspires to serve Li Shuwen poison, killing him outside of combat. Still undefeated, his
how do you
life
get
is
mad at
severed
him
through
and he
underhanded
and the
means.
boy came up
In
to
the
him talking about a
aftermath,
fatal
his students and
battle?
successors continue to practice fighting
They
with the
offering
spear,
it.
and he is remembered as the Demon Fist Master. This man, who had spent his entire life solely focused on his technique, is recorded into the Throne of Heroes, or in this case, the Moon Cell Automaton. In the modern era,
Musa
the
Automaton?
people of Earth struggle as the planet's supply of mana has been depleted. Over 60% of the land is owned by a single family, the Harveys. The Harvey conglomerate uses its power and influence to shape the world order, maintaining its dominance by employing assassins to take care of their rivals. The family's heir is a boy named Leo, born under his mother Alicia and the family's head. While Leo is made heir, he is not the eldest son. Rather, the Harveys have an illegitimate child, Julius B. Harvey, conceived as a designer baby with altered DNA.
Designer
The family
baby.
tries to birth him with
Gabber
superior
baby.
magic circuits, only to discover that, before he's even left the womb, he is defective. He's discarded like trash, but manages to survive through willpower and persistence. Testing his ability,
You say ain't
the
gonna be that
Harveys
easy,
surgically
homie.
remove his kidney
You ain't getting rid of me
without
that easy.
anesthetics in order to measure his pain index. Deemed a failure, Julius is denied being heir to the family, and at the age of 6, that title is instead gifted to his newborn brother Leo. Despite not being her biological child, Alicia shows Julius the same love she shows for Leo. The next 3 years serve as the only time Julius is ever able to live a normal life. However, for being a failure to the family, he is made into one of the assassins.
Why she like
with his
Sakura on the
very
right
first
there
target
from
being
Naruto?
none other than Alicia. Through family politics, assassinating Alicia will secure Leo's inheritance, and Julius's father has chosen him to complete the task. On a moonless night, without much choice, Julius slowly walks to Alicia's room. He stands beside her bed and takes one last look at his mother. A
Oh,
kind
she about to
woman with
kill her?
beautiful long hair. At the very least, he can see she is calm and peaceful.
Oh, I mean
in her
he. I said
slumber.
he.
Hoping not to wake her, he attempts to pull the trigger of his handgun. Before he can finish the job, Alicia stirs to give one final request. She asks Julius to take care of Leo for her before accepting death at gunpoint. Killing Alicia secures his worth to the family, but at the same time, he honors her request, always keeping an eye on Leo. Regardless, the Harveys subject Julius to further experiments.
Is that
which
poison?
rapidly
What
age
is
his
that?
body into that of an adult. From the shadows, he accepts his role as an assassin, earning the name Black Scorpion. As a replacement for Earth's mana, mages become Spiritron hackers and take refuge in the Moon Cell, seeking to take control of its core. When the Harveys determine that the Moon Cell core, hailed as the Holy Grail, is a threat to them, they dispatch Leo as a participant in the Moon Cell Holy Grail War, with Julius as his bodyguard. However, because Julius himself lacks magic circuits, he cannot fulfill his duty as a master. To function as one, his servant is summoned for him, and in the moon
Wait, but how does that work?
he
If
hacks
you
the
have a
profile of teacher,
servant summon for you,
Soichiro
how you a
Kuzuki.
master? What?
Using
Can
borrowed
you-
power,
huh?
Julius obtains the assassin-class servant, Li Shuwen, and works in secret to ensure Leo's victory. While Li Shuwen's primary class is that of a lancer, he accepts the role of assassin on his master's behalf.
Okay, so he
using his
was the
fists
lancer.
to
Okay.
eliminate Leo's potential rivals.
Well, also assassin.
In either
Okay.
case, he is simply happy to have another chance to fight strong opponents. In battle, despite being an assassin servant, Li Shuwen lacks the presence concealment skill. Instead, he uses meditative chi to perform the sphere boundary technique, which allows
How
him
you
to be one with
assassin
nature and the
without no-
universe, rendering him invisible to his enemies. Without a weapon,
No
his
invisibility.
entire fighting style becomes his noble phantasm. In this case, his God Spear, No Second Strike, through which he engulfs his enemy in chi from a single hit, sending them into circulatory shock, disrupting the flow of mana between master and servant. Among all the formidable masters of the Holy Grail War, such as Rin Tosaka, Julius is most concerned with a seemingly inept participant, Hakuno Kishinami. From the very beginning, Julius is able to tell that Hakuno poses the greatest threat. Thus, it is fortunate that Julius is paired to fight Hakuno in the 5th round before his brother. Rather than aiming for a fair fight, Julius and Li Shuwen hide in the shadows.
Oh,
to try and
yeah,
murder
go with this cheap
Hakuno
stuff,
in
yup.
the days leading
Yeah,
to
that
their
cheap
official
stuff.
bout. However, with the help of Rin Tosaka, Hakuno is able to survive and even learn about Julius and his servant. Come time for their match, Hakuno speaks to Julius and pries out sensitive information on his past. This helps Hakuno win the match. Lee accepts defeat, but his master does not. As Julius is being deleted by the Mooncell's firewall, he screams out, resisting deletion, and manages to escape as a ghost in the arena.
Dang, that
Driven by
sucks.
hatred, he feels a sense of irritation in his similarity to Hakuno, who has also built himself up from nothing. Still trying to halt Hakuno, Julius expands a reality marble and sends Li Shuwen to fight as a berserker-class servant, using the stolen command seals of another master. As a berserker, Li uses a secret technique. Fierce Tiger forcibly climbs a mountain to land a series of consecutive attacks.
But say Fierce Tiger
strong
sound like it's
enough
lit.
to tear through sturdy gates. Despite his assassination attempts, Hakuno winds up learning of Julius's past and cries on his behalf. Julius, on the verge of inevitable deletion, is pleased to have someone else care about him. With a smile, Julius disappears, hoping to reunite with Alicia in the afterlife. In a separate universe, the Chaldea Security Organization struggles to avoid humanity's incineration by resolving singularities opened throughout history. In a bizarre singularity containing North America, American servants fight against an invasion of Celtic warriors led by Queen Maeve. Li Shuwen finds himself
That
a
boy
part
in
of
that
this singularity.
that
Finally,
that
in his appropriate Lancer form,
tux though?
he does
Yeah.
not take sides in the conflict.
Well,
but
fire right
instead
there, homie.
Seeks out strong opponents. The strongest
I
of
read,
which
man.
happens to be Skahach, guardian of the Celtic underworld. In exchange for the chance to duel
That's
such an
that
impressive
Lancer, right?
spearmaster in a battle to the death, Li Shuwen agrees to help out Chaldea's forces. Thanks to his spear, Li's technique, No Second Strike, now has a broader range, which he uses to fight Skahach just as the singularity collapses. The result going untold. He is later summoned by Chaldea's master, Ritsuka Fujimaru, to help fight the demon god Hivemind Getia, ultimately saving humanity. Even after claiming victory, however, anomalies still occur within the fragmented remains of deleted timelines through quantum time lock. These timelines form lost belts,
Quantum
which
time
Chaldea must
lock.
also deal with. In one of these lost timelines, Li Shuwen lives to his senior years during the Qin dynasty.
Oh, so it's like
serves their
different,
first
like
emperor,
parallel
Qin
universes.
Shi Huang, by training personal guards. At this age, he is a gentle man, only using his deadly fists when absolutely necessary. Regardless, he he still bears the same sharp fangs he had in his younger years.
He just kind of just doesn't care about using his weapon no more. His lance, he just like full on and he just hit you one punch.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed
Alright,
this
so we're gonna end off right
help me
there.
beat the algorithm.
Tales of Li Shuwen from the Fate series, guys. Like, subscribe on the video, guys. Hit the bell notification. Make sure you click all. Make sure you click all so you know if I make a future upload. Go ahead and go follow the TikTok page at Incognito Ace, guys. And that'll be it. So yeah, boy, I'm out. Peace.